5 minutes to colours and details. Close up.
All right, Chief. I'll break the bad news.
Yes, sir. Yes. Good morning, Bill.
Not such a good one, sir. I'm afraid we won't be ready to sail by 10:30 this morning.
Why not?
Gunnery direction radar, sir. It was defective for a valve.
Yes?
Well, the dockyard spare went duff on fitting, and it was the last one in the yard.
Well, we can't sail for this exercise without gunnery radar.
Well, there are spares on the way by road from Portsmouth, sir.
Ah.
Allowing for fitting and testing, we should be ready to sail about 1600, sir.
5.5 hours late. After 3 weeks alongside.
Well, sir, couldn't we adjust passage speed to make up time?
That's not the point. I just want to get off this wall and get to sea. Oh, don't worry, Bill. It's not the end of the world.
The ship has been delayed sailing. The ship is now expected to sail at 1600.
Oh, no. Engine room broken their elastic bands again.
Gunnery radar's duff.
But we will sail today.
But why does everyone get so restless after 3 weeks in the same place?
If we'd wanted squatters' rights, we'd have joined the army.
O'clock, sir.
Make it so.
Colours, attention on the upper deck, face aft and salute.
Pipe the carry-on. Turn right, dismiss. Is the leading regulator adrift?
No, sir, he's in the ashore on duty book.
Fine.
Okay, I'm back. I'll sign you in again, Sheriff. Yeah. Yeah, great. Thanks, Steve.
Where the hell have you been?
Somebody put me in the shore on duty book.
I did.
You?
Yes, I covered up for you. Me, master-at-arms, perverting the course of justice. I'm not having my staff on an absence charge, not when the ship's under sailing orders.
Well, thanks very much, Master.
Thanks very much, Master. Do you realise what I've been going through? If you'd been under a box or up some back alley with a knife in you, make me look a right idiot, wouldn't it?
That wouldn't do me much good either.
Take that grin off your face.
Oh, Master, it's the first time I've been adrift my whole career.
So? What happened this morning? Well?
I made an idiot of myself.
Get on with it.
This married bird, her husband in nights.
Did he take his alarm clock with him?
I came home early this morning.
No. Caught you in flagrante, eh?
Oh, not quite. The bird was in the kitchen making the breakfast, and I was in the bathroom. I heard him come in.
Oh, out the bathroom window.
No, it's a flat. 4 floors up.
Ah, it's a bit dodgy.
Well, I finished getting dressed, and I waited in the bedroom for ages. Then I realised there was going to be a drift, so I tried to get out.
And then he nabbed you?
Oh, nearly. I was doing about 80 miles an hour for the front door when we collided.
Did he get a good look at you?
Aye. Just as well we're sailing at 10:30, eh?
We're not.
What?
Ship's delayed till 1600. Oh, well, don't worry. He can't get in the yard.
He can!
You have not been at another Matlow's wife?
No, he's a dockyard policeman.
Oh, that's all right.
It isn't. He's Mrs. She knows my name's Pat and that I'm a regulator.
And if she talks...
Oh, somebody will tell him who I am. Even if he has to ground every ship in the yard.
Ah, it'll take time, though.
That won't take till 1600.
Oh, well, don't worry. I mean, you can handle yourself.
Oh, no, with this bloke.
What, is he big?
Big. He's King Kong in a blue suit.
Oh, dear.
He could tear my arms off with one hand. He probably will.
You officer of the day.
I was, and then I died.
You shouldn't go ashore if you can't take it.
Take it. You can't let it go.
It's not my fault. I just went to this club for a quiet drink. Oh, my God.
What is it?
That club, you remember the stripper?
You mean the 72-year-old or the 93-year-old?
I invited her to lunch today.
What?
I got carried away.
As you may be again, horizontally.
Well, I thought we were safe. We were sailing at 10:30.
Serves you right, trying to cheat the old lady out of a free meal.
Huh. I bet it wasn't free.
What can I do?
They won't let her through the gate without a pass.
Then we'll fix one.
Oh, no.
If you invited her to lunch and the ship's in, you honor the invitation, whoever she is.
Yes, but if the captain sees her...
You can pretend she's your mother.
Or his father. You haven't met her. Why didn't you say you were in the Ark Royal or something?
Well, I didn't think. Anyway, we were sailing...
Now what?
Oh, you're going to kill me.
Very likely.
Well, I remember thinking a big joke if I don't give her my real name.
So?
I gave her yours.
West to the dives. Let's make that about 11:15, shall we? Yeah.
Hey, shouldn't we be piping this ship?
Where's the officer of the day? Pipe for him!
Officer of the day, flight deck, at the rush.
From HMS Devonshire to HMS Hero, I trust that the noise of the other ships piping me did not wake you up. I trust your quartermaster is now hanging from the yard arm.
It was my fault, sir.
That goes without saying.
I checked the harbour movements this morning, sir, but until 10:30 when we were due to sail.
Midshipman's excuse.
Yes, sir.
It's becoming one of those days. Yes, Derek.
Are we being bounced, sir?
For what?
As we're not sailing till this afternoon,
Yes.
our staff would like us to field a party of Sea Cadets this morning. Show them around.
Oh, we should have gone at 10:30. Radar or no radar.
I think we all feel that way, sir.
Captain, HMS Hero. Oh, good morning, sir. At 12 o'clock, sir? Yes, that will be fine. You'll stay to lunch, of course. Oh, no trouble at all, sir. Delighted. Until noon, then, sir. Damn!
Port Admiral.
Worse. Captain Reginald St. Vincent Calder, Royal Navy, scourge of the 4th Frigate Squadron.
Captain F coming to lunch.
Morris invited himself to lunch. Asked if he could return my call at noon. I thought we'd got away from him. Would have done, if we'd sailed on time.
Are we avoiding him? I mean, any more than usual?
He's about to write my annual report.
Oh. Will he want to meet the officers, sir?
Of course. He'll expect a drink in the wardroom.
At noon.
Not planning a lunchtime orgy, are you? Stiff collars, stiff collars, stiff collars, stiff collars. Oh, send Monty to see me. I better make it a good lunch.
Yes, sir, you'd better.
Stiff collars, stiff collars.
Oh, we shall have one other guest for lunch, sir.
I've invited a lady, sir.
Lady? Capital L or inverted commas?
I think so. It could be exclamation mark.
Morning, Quartermaster.
Morning.
I'd like to see your leading regulator, please.
Okay.
Master? Quartermaster here. Police officer on flight deck to see leading regulator Fuller.
Wait, one. It's him. He's on the flight deck.
I'm getting out of here.
Look, you ought to see him by rights.
Oh, sure, I've nothing to lose except my front teeth.
Well, think of his wife, I mean.
Oh, you didn't.
What?
His wife. It's Eta from the Star and Anchor.
But half the ship's company...
But he doesn't know that. He thinks I've ruined his marriage. Now he wants to ruin me. I'll be in a mess.
What will I tell him?
I've emigrated. I'm in Stonehouse with a rare disease. Anything. Just get rid of him.
Quartermaster, bring him down to see me. Come in, Constable. Sit down. Constable,
Munk. Stan Munk.
Frank Heron. Well, now, what can we do for you?
It's your leading regulator I want to see.
Oh?
Personal matter.
Oh, well, can I give him a message? I'll be writing to him before we sail.
He's not here.
No, he's on compassionate leave. His wife's in hospital.
Do you have two leading regulators?
No, just one.
Fuller?
Yes, that's right.
What does he look like?
Oh, he's fairly ordinary.
About 6 feet. Scots with a beard.
That's him. Or his twin brother. Twin? It's his brother Pat.
Pat?
Pat's the regulator too.
Where is he stationed, this Pat?
Ashore here in the barracks.
Is that so?
Oh, you've got the wrong twin.
Must have. The barracks, you said?
Well, I think it's the barracks or HMS Cambridge, somewhere like that.
Well, thanks. Looks like I bothered you for nothing.
Oh, don't mention it.
Yes? Monty, where have you been?
Pacifying the Air Force, sir.
The Air Force?
Stuart Robson collects military badges. He chose one attached to an RAF corporal.
You know Captain F's coming to lunch?
I've just heard. It's a problem.
But you must be stocked up. We're going to sea.
Oh, I'm fully stored, but Captain Calder's infamous among the squadron supply officers.
Not only the supply officers.
Yes, he's a bit of an epicure and wine taster extraordinary.
Oh.
If we're feeding him, I'd like to have done something special.
Well, can you get something ashore?
He's coming at 12?
Well, I'll take him down the wardroom at 12. Lunch here, say, at, 1:30? 1?
It's too late to go shopping now.
What have you got in the fridges?
Well, there's still that brace of pheasant you were given in Rosyth.
Pheasant, that's good.
Except we've had them 7 months, and I don't know what state they were frozen down in. And I'll have to unfreeze them by putting them straight into the oven.
That's all right, isn't it?
When needs must. There are those less loyal than I that might think it an idea to poison Captain F, but you'll have to eat this pheasant too.
I'm ready for round, sir.
Rounds?
Upper deck round, sir. You agreed 11:15.
Well, that's when we were going to sea. I want to read these exercise orders before Captain F arrives.
Rounds are on daily orders, sir.
So he's going to sea at 10:30.
Everyone stood to now, sir. Waiting for you.
All right, Monty, make it the pheasant. Very well. But I want the fastest upper deck rounds ever seen.
Aye, aye, sir.
And in future, don't write your daily orders on tablets of stone. They're not the 10 Commandments.
Look, he's gone, I tell you. I've been up to look.
believed you.
He's now tramping around every shore establishment in Plymouth Command looking for your brother.
Leading regulator Fuller, shore telephone call, flight deck.
Hey, that might be him.
I'll give over. He's not even in the dockyard by now.
But what if it is him?
What can he do? Blow your brains out through a telephone wire?
Hey,
Look, give over. You can't skulk down here all commission. Go on.
Leading regulator Fuller. Hello? Hello?
don't wear that copper below decks.
Get out!
Yes. Lieutenant Last here, sir.
Bob, leading regulator at the main gate. Excuse me. Sheriff?
Excuse me, sir. I need help.
I've often thought that.
I'm serious, sir. The law's after me.
What kind of law?
Dockyard copper, sir. He's on the flight deck now.
What'd you do, pinch a crane?
No, sir. His wife.
That's not very clever.
No, sir.
Particularly for an officer candidate who happens to be married himself.
My wife's in Glasgow, sir.
That does not make Devon a foreign draft.
No, sir.
Might have understood it if we'd been in the Far East for 6 months or...
I thought you might understand it anyway, sir.
What's that supposed to mean?
This copper, sir. He's Etta Monk's husband.
Oh?
You remember Etta Monk, sir? Last ship's company's dance you were
yes,
trying to...
I remember.
Maybe if I went to the first lieutenant, sir. Told him the whole story.
Is this blackmail, Sheriff?
No, sir. Cowardice.
All right. What happened?
I can't leave the flight deck.
Then let me go and get him.
Oh, I can't let you go below without permission.
So get permission!
Yeah, well, if you tell me why you want to see the leading regulator, perhaps I could...
Oh, to kill him! Okay.
Yeah, well, 260 blokes aboard this ship wouldn't like that.
Are you threatening me, lad?
No, officer. I'm doing my job. I mean...
Quartermaster.
Yes, sir. Roger, sir. Right away. The officer of the day will see you in the wardroom. Well, if you wouldn't mind.
Now, something about leading regulator Fuller?
I want to see him.
Oh? Why?
Because he assaulted my wife.
That's a serious allegation.
It's a serious crime.
You witnessed an assault?
I know it took place.
Is Your wife bringing a complaint?
No.
Then, are you here in an official capacity?
I'm here as a husband. What difference does it make?
A great deal.
Why?
This ship is leading Regulator Fuller's home. He has the right to afford himself of its protection, unless you bring an official complaint.
You know I can't do that.
And I can't deliver up my sailors to angry husbands.
I just want to see him.
What good would it do?
I can sort it out.
Physically?
No.
I don't believe you.
I don't give a damn what you believe.
Constable Munk, go home. You need to sort this out with your wife, not with Fuller.
I'm going to stand on that flight deck until I've seen him.
I'm sorry, I can't permit that.
How are you going to shift me?
I'll call the dockyard police.
I'm not giving up. I'll stay on the jetty.
As you wish, but it all seems rather pointless.
Are you married?
No.
Then you don't know what you're talking about. But you will, before the day's out.
Up top, gangway for rounds.
Tomorrow's sailor, sir.
If they live that long. That timber stowage looks like a disaster area.
Yes, sir.
At least the ship should be cleaner now. I picked up most of the dirt on the way. There's no time to read those exercise orders. Yes!
Captain Effort left his ship by car, sir. Dress number 5s.
I feel better in overalls. I knew we should have cancelled rounds.
Been in harbour too long.
What have you done about that stripper woman of yours?
I'm just praying she won't come.
Well, you better keep praying.
Aye, aye, Vicar.
What's that policeman doing on the jetty?
What's that policeman doing on the jetty?
He's waiting for Fuller.
He's a friend of leading regulator, sir.
Right. Stand by.
Pipe, ready?
Officer.
Sir?
You waiting to go on board?
They won't let me go on board.
Oh?
Bunch of musketeers on there. All for one and one for all.
Distressing for you.
Pipe.
Hello, Mark. Good afternoon, sir. That police officer down there, I think he's drunk. So's your ensign, by the way.
Get that ensign close up.
Excuse me, sir. The gate rang about your lady.
What lady?
Your lunch guest, sir. She's on her way.
Thank you. Last
She's your guest. Keep her away from both captains and keep her away from me.
Now, that was a splendid photograph of you in the evening paper, sir.
Oh, at the court-martial. Not a happy day.
Oh, it's sad to see any young officer dismissed his ship.
His ship? He should have been dismissed the service.
It was a drunkenness case, sir.
A drink, women, and a total lack of moral fibre.
Now, the paper said he had troubles at home, sir.
Well, then he should have left them at home, with his mistress.
Nice picture of her, too.
You may laugh, Wakelin, but I find it lamentable. We had standards once, but propriety is no longer a watchword in our wardrooms.
It's the age we live in, sir.
And you defend it?
No, sir, but standards are constantly changing. It's as well to be alive to that.
Well, they don't change in my squadron, but personnel may when necessary. Ah, hello, number one.
Sir, I was afraid we'd be denied the pleasure of entertaining you this time in.
Oh, I always leave hero to the last. No point in wasting time on lost causes. You know, this is excellent sherry. Who's your wine caterer?
I am, sir.
Oh, congratulations, Bill.
Thank you, sir.
It's better than the rubbish I'm offered in my own wardroom.
Excuse me, sir.
Oh, well, Bill Cunning's always had splendid dinners.
Very good indeed.
What the hell are you doing down here?
It's too far to the pubs.
Get back on that gangway.
I'm not St. George, you know.
What?
I can't face a dragon without a drink.
Do as you're told. If you cross me again today, I'll have you required on board for a month.
Lady for Lieutenant Commander Beaumont.
Hello?
Hello,
I'm Derek Beaumont.
I'm Karen Halbert.
Karen?
My mother couldn't come. Sent me in case you'd be disappointed.
I'm glad she did. We have another guest to lunch. Come and meet him. This is Captain Calder. Sir, this is Karen...
Halbert.
Halbert, sir.
How do you do?
How do you do?
Right, thanks very much, Andy. Monk's wrapped it in.
Oh, thank God for that.
So this isn't your ship, then?
Oh, no. I have my own ship. But I'm also captain of a squadron of frigates. Hero is one of my squadron.
The canteen boat.
Canteen boat?
Well, I'm the most junior captain of the squadron.
And I'm the most handsome first lieutenant.
Captain Calder, aren't you going to top that?
I've made a note, my dear. This officer lacks judgment.
Next time, use my name instead of Derek's.
I hope your pheasant's got parrot disease.
Ah, pheasant. Jolly nice. One of my favorites, Mark.
I hope you enjoy it, sir.
Well, the great secret with pheasant is to make sure that it's well hung, you know. Leave it in a draft for a few days before it's plucked.
Really?
You see, during hanging, the flesh begins to decompose and the particular flavor of the bird is accentuated. You've got to be careful, of course.
What's that?
Well, not to let it get too high.
I see.
Cool.
Good.
Good. Very good. Rich and rotten. Might have done with another day, I'd say, but not bad at all.
Are you sure, sir?
Come on, Mark. Can't have you going out on an empty stomach. You might get seasick.
Really?
Yes, really. My mother has a plan to marry me off into the Navy. The wardroom. She believes that naval officers are the epitome of grace and gallantry.
She lives in Plymouth.
To my mother, the Royal Navy is the saviour of the free world. If I had a choice between a naval commander and a belted earl, I'd be told to forget the earl and go for the class.
Yes, but how do you feel about all this?
I'm usually a dutiful daughter.
Well, it's an interesting variation on the normal theme.
Lock up your daughters the fleet's in.
Or lock up your granny's HMS Heroes in.
Does Hero have that reputation?
Our navigator's working on it.
Have I met him?
No, we can't let him out. We've lost his lead.
I thought you'd given up this nonsense.
Been away, doing some checking.
Checking?
That captain on board, Calder. Yes? Very moral gentleman, they say. Very strict. He might be interested in what heroes really like.
That's nothing to do with him.
He's your squadron captain. He ought to know.
Look, Constable, I'll make a deal with you.
No deal.
You can see Fuller.
Right. After I've seen Captain Calder.
But that's madness.
You should have thought of it this morning, when you were giving me the runaround.
Get me dockyard transport on the phone. And hurry.
Sir?
Hello, transport. This is the officer's day, HMS Hero. I believe you have a car ordered for the captain of Janus to take him back to his ship. Yes, that's right. Would you cancel it? No, he's decided to walk. Thanks very much.
I tell you, Mark, that ship had so many skeletons they had to order extra cupboards.
Makes life in the Hero sound dull.
Well, you keep it that way. Scandal never got anyone a fourth stripe.
Well, touch wood, I've never had any communication problems in this ship. I usually know what's going on. Yes? Yes, pilot.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, transport garage has been on the phone. Afraid your car's broken down. They haven't a short notice replacement.
Oh, well, I'll walk.
No need, sir. I've called away our motor cutter and alerted your officer of the day to stand by to receive you by boat.
Oh, no, don't bother. You're trying to get away to sea and...
No trouble, sir. The boat's been called away.
Oh, very well. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Oh, will you require a pipe?
No. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Sir?
lowering the cutter?
Keep it quiet.
Why are you lowering the cutter, and why are you being quiet about it? And if you tell me it's for the noise, I'll have you certified.
Captain F.
No car?
No gangway, police call.
What?
I'll explain later.
Unhook!
Secure on the accommodation ladder.
Boys?
What the hell is going on?
Look, let me get rid of Captain F first. It's a long story. This way.
Well, wish I was coming with you, Munk.
I'm looking forward to it, sir.
Yeah. It's always good to exercise with the Americans. There's still so much to learn.
No pipe.
Well, thanks again, Munk. I did enjoy that pheasant.
I'm glad, sir.
Must send you some decent red wine. Thank you, number one.
Sir? You do not ask a senior officer if he wants to be piped. He will tell you. I was trying to keep his departure quiet, sir.
I don't understand either, sir. But we appear to be under siege, starboard side.
By whom?
A dockyard policeman, sir.
My cabin, now!
And then Munk decided to tackle Captain F. Hence the boat.
A very sorry and sordid tale.
Yes, sir.
Very well. Fuller must see Munk.
Oh, but sir, Fuller wasn't the first by any means.
No.
So why should he take the rap for everyone else?
Because he got caught. And if Munk doesn't take it out on Fuller, he'll take it out on his wife.
And he can still go and see Captain F.
Well, I think that Fuller has the right of protection in his own ship.
He's got no rights because he's wrong. Go and get him.
Sir.
The world's gone mad today.
WE department have reported ready for sea by 15:30.
Well, thank heavens for that. We must try and set sail with Fuller still in one piece. And Monk's honor satisfied.
You know Munk is the size of the proverbial brick building.
I'm going to have to be as devious as young Bob to get away with this.
I wouldn't like to see Fuller unduly damaged.
No. But we can't leave this kind of unfinished business. Go and get Munk, but hold him in the cabin flat until I've spoken to Fuller.
So.
Thank you, pilot. Come in, Fuller. Close the door. Sit down.
I'm very sorry about all this.
So you should be. I'm not passing moral judgment, Fuller, on how you spend your runs ashore. It's no real business of mine, but it becomes my business when the ship's involved.
Yes, sir.
But for Lieutenant Last's slow cunning, Captain F would now be hearing the whole story. And Constable Monk's version of it at that.
I'll go and see the constable now, sir.
No. Spatty all over the dockyard. Now we'll get him in here. Now let me do the talking. And go along with whatever I say.
Aye, aye, sir. They'll be fighting mad with me.
We'll see what we can do about that. Constable Munk, will you come in? Would you like to sit down, Constable?
I prefer to stand, sir.
Very well. First of all, let me say that this is the first I've heard of this affair, otherwise our meeting would have taken place a lot earlier. For that, Constable, I apologize. You have a very beautiful wife, I'm told. A lady who's been loving and faithful to you. Until last night.
Until he came along.
Then let's try to get last night into perspective. I understand you've been on night duty, and your wife works in a pub.
Yes, that's right.
So she was lonely. Perhaps had a drink or two. Perhaps hating to go home again to that empty flat. Fuller arrives. Offers attention, companionship, more drinks. Suddenly, the drinks, the music, the atmosphere, everything said yes. And you weren't there to say no. And Fuller, can you blame him? He was lonely too. About to go away on an extended exercise. He goes into a pub for a last drink ashore, and what does he see?
Another man's wife.
Not a wife. An extraordinarily lovely girl, alone. In need of comfort and companionship, just as he was.
Still his fault?
It was no one's fault. 1,000,000 to 1 chance of 2 ships passing in the night, touching, finding comfort with one another. You can't throw away your marriage, your life, on one single moment of madness.
I don't know.
Constable, you're a mature man. Intelligent enough to see it for what it was and to forgive. I hope you'll both be adult enough to recognize a simple case of human frailty.
I know I shouldn't say this, but it would never have happened if she hadn't been such a knockout girl. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, sir. Taking it away quite lightly.
Did he kick you while you were down?
No, sir.
I would have done.
Sir.
What do you mean? He's taking a left?
You're on duty, you're allowed to invite
Born into a
everybody.
scene that is absolutely finished.
What?
Jenkins.
Sir?
Clear up this mess.
Oh, that's the whole point.
No, you may not. Go and get your departments ready for sea.
Are we going to have another fight?
These two, sir, both want to escort Miss Halbert to the main gate.
Haven't you had enough woman trouble for one day, Bob?
Oh, no, no. This is love, sir. Across a crowded wardroom.
Lust across a full whiskey glass.
Where is Miss Halbert, anyway?
That's a good question. Last time I saw her, she was in the tender mercies of Bilton Island.
Thank you all very much.
Well, you must come and see us again when we get back.
I shall. Bill and I have a definite date for that. Goodbye.
I do hope your mother can come next time. I'm never going to love to.
Bill Kiley's supposed to have a duff radar.
Nothing wrong with his radar. He locked on while the rest of you were still scanning.
Bridge, Roger. Stern is clear, sir.
Port 15.
Freedom, sir.
Ease to 5. Ease to 5. Almost had the sigh of relief as we left the jetty. Midships. Midship. Stop port. Stop port. Stop starboard. Very good.
Sir, from Captain F. Your exit would look more seaman-like without the fender dangling on your starboard quarter.
Flight deck bridge. Fender, starboard quarter.
Make back to him. We always hang our fenders. It improves the flavor. Slow ahead, both engines.